everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am Crispy, and today we are back on my butterfly island of Mariposa. And today I really want to get to decorating my entrance, but first, things happened. Look who wants to leave. I really love Poncho, but him and Fuchsia are the two villagers left that I need to replace. So I'm sorry, Poncho, but I am going to let you leave. I was just gonna maybe just amiibo the last few in, but hey. Oh no! Alright, I fixed it. So he is in boxes, so now I'm just gonna time travel so we have an empty plot and I can go villager hunting. Alright, so we are gonna do a quick 10 ticket hunt, and then we will just skip to where I find someone, hopefully. And reminder, the ones that we still need are Maple, of course, Shep, Teddy, Hazel, Kiki, or Blair. But we did get Tasha last time, so I doubt I will find Blair, but yeah, those are the ones that I still have on my list. So we'll just see who we find first. There's definitely more villager options than we need, but it's just whoever I find first. Okay, that is it Annalise, the tropical horse? She is really cute, but not on our list. So we're gonna go to the next island. All right, ticket number 2. Who is here? Oh, it's Shino. I keep running into Shino. Not gonna take Shino. She is not on the list. I will see you on the next island. Alright, ticket number 3. Oh, it's Rex. Every single hunt. Alright, see you on the next island. Alright, ticket number 4. Who's it gonna be? Freya. I really like Freya, but she does not fit this island, so we're gonna keep going. Alright, ticket number 5. Who is here? Somebody good, I hope. Hello? Is anybody here? I see the fire. Oh, okay. It's a pink hippo. We are gonna keep going. Alright, ticket number 6. Who is here? Please, no more pink villagers. Oh, it's a mouse. Okay. We're not getting lucky so far, but we'll keep going and keep trying. Alright, ticket number 7. And it's a monkey. Oh my goodness, we are not getting so lucky. Alright, I'll see you on the next island. Alright, ticket number 8. Oh, it's Poppy. He's so cute. I really love Poppy, but he's not on our list. We should stick to the list. But I did have him on my fall farm core island, and he's adorable. I love him. Alright, ticket number 9, I believe. Oh, it's Croak. Doesn't he look red? He totally looks red. He does. I guess he's like cadmium red orange red. I don't know, but it's a huge debate in the Animal Crossing world because Kaylee got him on her one color challenge, and then yeah, everybody was saying he's not red. Sorry, Kaylee. I think he's so cute and he looks red to me, so I thought he counted, but there were some haters. Alright, last island before I just hunt on my own. Is it going to be good? Oh, it is good, but not who we need. I love Daisy. She is the cutest. I love her. I think I had her on my hard mode island, actually. My first one. Alright, I will just try to find someone on our list, and then I will get back to you. Oh my gosh, on the very next island. Oh my gosh, 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 oh my gosh. We got Maple. My baby. Oh, I thought I was going to have to amiibo her in, but we found her. Yay. And only 11 tickets. That's not bad at all. Okay, now maybe we can get to decorating. Oh, I love her so much. I'm so happy. Oh, look at her. She's so cute. All right, I will see you guys back on the island. All right, we are back and I think ready to decorate. I am a little nervous about this because I'm not exactly sure if I'm gonna like it. But I was thinking of like building up a cliff over here and maybe doing like a backwards waterfall into the river, and then over here I've marked out where like a butterfly pond will go. And I'm hoping that I can put like a cliff behind it with a waterfall coming down into the butterfly pond. We will see. I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna look or work. I'm hoping that it will still be visible enough from the entrance. Like it's right here. So I'm hoping. I just thought I should have like something distinguishably butterfly here, and I was thinking about putting maybe a butterfly cliff here, but I'm not sure it would fit. So yeah. Also, you won't really be able to tell, you know, because it'll just be a cliff. You could tell from the map, but you know what I mean. All right, I'm gonna stop blabbing and we'll just see how this goes. All right, so the first thing that I did for this entrance was mark out like a butterfly pond. I wanted there to be something butterfly shaped at my entrance. I don't know why, I just felt like maybe it was necessary. And I thought about the butterfly pond, but yeah, it just proved to be a struggle, and it's not because of the shape or anything. I just struggled all around with this build. I struggled, and if you want to skip the terraforming, you can skip to like 1749 for the timestamp. Some people like to watch the terraforming and some people don't, but I left it in at hashtag blame Kaylee and JoJo because they said they like to see the terraforming, and I have had people mention that, so I'm sorry if you don't like to watch it. But butterfly ponds, their dimensions are out there. They're like 7 by 9, and so you can just mark out the shape with pathing, with custom designs, however you want to do it. I used the diagonal piece of the dirt path as it was to show me where I needed to do like a curved edge or a diagonal edge, whereas the butterflies were to show me where to chop it like completely. And so now I'm almost finished with the butterfly pond. Beautiful. And then I come back in with my cliffscaping tool, and I'm gonna mark out some cliffs so that I can do like a waterfall going into the butterfly pond. Now, terraforming is not my strongest suit. I would say that a lot of my cliffs end up kind of chunky, but I'm trying to get better. And so if you're struggling with terraforming, just know that I feel you, and I've been there, and I'm still struggling, but I you know, the more you practice, the better that you get. So that is awesome, and I was pretty happy with how the terraforming came out for the most part. I just wasn't happy with some of the decor, so I decorate like half of it, and I was okay with that half, and then I decorated the left side of the entrance, and I was like, oh, I hate it. So I was spiraling and I wasn't sure what to do. I had no references for this theme or this build. there's butterfly gardens out there, and there's beautiful like butterfly ponds, but I could not find a lot of inspiration for this type of theme and island, so I just had to make it up on my own, which it takes a lot more trial and error. I am one that really likes to get inspiration so that it helps me pick out the items that I'm gonna use, to pick out the colors that I'm gonna use. You know, I'll look at inspo pictures and I'll say, ooh, I like that item that they used, and then I'll look at other inspo pictures and I'll say, ooh, I like that item that they choose, you know? So I pick and choose, I change some items up, I make them my own, but I do get a lot of inspiration from pictures. And when you don't have that inspiration, then you just have to play around with it and just do a lot of like trial and error. So you will see me putting a lot of stuff down, picking it back up. It was a lot of that, but I did leave a lot of that in. I cut some of it out, but I left in some of it because I wanted everyone to see the struggle process, you know, and just trust the process, I guess you could say. I don't know if I love the way that this entrance came out. I don't know that it's my best entrance, but I do like it a lot better than how it was coming along in the beginning. So I will say that. And who knows, I may tweak it a little bit more, but for now I am proud that it looks a lot better than it did in the beginning. And so now I'm just having to adjust the cliff on the bottom because I want there to be a double waterfall here on the top, and I don't have room for that, so I did have to adjust it. I don't count my dimensions, especially because this is just, you know, me trying to make a double waterfall just off the top of my head, so I wasn't counting the number of spaces or anything. I was just literally building and chilling, and it's a lot easier for me to do that if I mute myself and I just build and I voice it over, because I can't build and talk at the same time. I would fumble on my words so much worse if I was to do that. So that is why I do the voiceovers. And also, like, if I didn't speed it up, this would have taken me so long. I mean, it's a lot longer than what my videos usually are anyway. I try to stick to 30 minutes or less, and this is like going on 40 minutes. I also wasn't sure where I wanted the waterfall to come out, so yeah, I tried the left side, I tried the right side. I liked doing the little curvy waterfall to the right more, so I left that in. But sometimes I just gotta play around with it. I gotta play around with the waterscaping a little bit and fiddle around with it to see what I like. And so yeah, but I did struggle a lot with how I wanted to decorate it and what decorations I wanted to use. Even though I had my mood board, I wanted there to be a ton of butterflies, and so I am just questioning, like, myself. Do I have enough butterflies? Am I using enough butterflies? I don't even know. And when I looked at the map, this left side needed to be a little bit bigger. The cliff was looking a little bit weird, so I did adjust it a little bit and fill it in a little bit more because I wasn't happy with the size. So I do want to make sure that I can fit cliffs up there. And so now what I'm doing is I'm making the cliff on the right hand side. I'm just going to make a chunky cliff, and then I will adjust it later. But I do start out with just like an oval shape. It's just a very basic shape that can fit a 3x3 cliff on top, and I can do like a backwards waterfall. It's very like basic. I'm not an intricate type terraforming girly. That is not me. I wish I was. I'm trying to get better, but right now my terraforming is just basic. So that is what I'm doing. I just wanted there to be some cliffs at the entrance just to give it more dimension. I love to make waterfalls at my entrances all the time. I just love how they look and how much height it gives and how it looks on the map. I just love them. So right now I know it does look very basic, but I do come back in and make the oval a little bit more organic shape. So yeah, I did like how this right side came out, but like I said before, I wasn't happy with how I decorated around the butterfly pond. It just, yeah, it was, I don't know if it was too busy. I don't know if it, I don't know what it was about it, but I had to call on my good friend Luby Moon Plays, and we like to spiral together when we're decorating, and I was like, I hate it, what am I gonna do? And so we totally just hung out in Discord, and she helped me through it because I was on the struggle bus, like for real. I was spiraling about this entrance. I was hating it. And it wasn't necessarily the terraforming, it was just how the decorating was coming out. And so now, see, I adjusted the cliff a little bit, and just that little bit helped it a lot. I know it's not like the best shape, but it does look a lot better. And so first I came in with the dirt path that I may save over, by the way. But for now I have the dirt path, and then I came in with this flowery path, and I thought maybe I liked it better. And I do like the flowery path, but I don't know, it was just seeming to be a little bit busy. And so I decided to change it back to the dirt path. So it's not going to stay, don't worry. But I'm just trying to start putting some items down. So now we are getting to the actual decorations. And like I said, I did like how the right side looked. Once I finally figured out what I was doing, I do like how I decorated the right side and that right side cliff, but it was just around the butterfly pond that I was hating with a passion. I was trying to do this butterfly, like with the butterfly stone that I grabbed. There was a code, and I was putting butterflies on top of the butterfly stones. And then I was like alternating weeds and flowers and like rock codes. And it was just, I don't know, it was so busy. The rock codes were so flat, and the weeds and then the flowers, you know, were taller. And I don't know, it just did not work. So when we get to that, I'll show you what I mean. But first we're going to decorate these cliffs on the right side. And I also do come back with some vines to decorate the cliffs. I know that I needed vines, but I did not have room in my pockets, so I had to wait until I could change some stuff out before I could get the vines. But I wanted there to be as many butterflies as I possibly could put down, because it is a butterfly island, right? And yeah, I see those two orange flowers right next to each other, and I think I do come back and change that out, so don't worry. I don't always notice that in the moment, but I eventually, change things out. I just have to sometimes, when I'm editing, I see it and then I'll come back and change it. But I wanted there to be a lot of these pillars with the monarchs on top, and the mush logs with the butterflies on top, and I also did some like mush stools with the butterflies. I just wanted there to be like a variety of heights with the butterflies for them to be all different heights. And I could see Maple walking around there in the background. At one point I had to block off like the left side of this entrance and right there on the other side of the bridge as well, because my villagers kept coming and getting in the way. And now you can see where I'm trying to place the butterflies on these butterfly stones. I don't know if it is the code or what, but it was just, it wasn't looking good. I hated it. And it's really hard to decorate when you're like at an angle. The game just doesn't want you to place things at an angle. And so here I am coming in with vines and just trying to put them at least on the corners. I didn't want to, have to put them in every single space, but it does look so much better with vines on the cliff edges. So I'm just going around and trying to just place vines so that I can switch out like items in my pockets, because my pockets were full. So I did not have room for everything. But I do love how the vines look on the cliffs, so I wanted to make sure I put as many as I could, and especially on the curved edges of the cliffs. I think they just look so good. And I still have the flowery path here, but now I'm trying to switch out a few of the items to see if I like it better. I wanted there to be a variety of the butterflies. I'm using the monarch, the paper kite, and the common butterfly. And I'm also trying a tree here in different heights. I tried a mush parasol there. I tried a tree there. I tried a few different things. And I do have to switch out some of the items because I hate them. But I liked the colors and I liked the items. It was just the way I was placing them that I hated. I liked the idea. I thought butterflies going around this butterfly-shaped pond would just be so pretty. But I don't know, it just didn't work out so well. It looked really busy and just, I don't know. I just hated it. So, sometimes, I get disheartened because I hate the way that something comes out. But sometimes it just takes, going into Discord and sharing it with friends, or messaging a friend and going over it with them, showing them pictures. Sometimes it makes it it's so helpful to get another opinion, is what I'm trying to say. But you see how terrible it looks? Oh my gosh, I hated it. I don't know what I'm doing here, and I don't know what I'm thinking, but I did want to leave it in so that you could see the evolution of this entrance and how it changed. And like I said, I do really like the right side, but this left side around the butterfly pond was just, I don't know. I was struggling. I was on the struggle bus, like for real. And I started putting the dirt path on the left side there, and then I changed it to the flowery one, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so busy. I don't like how this is looking, and I'm putting way too many orange flowers down, but don't worry, I switched them out. I was just focusing on how much I hated this section up here by the bridge and thinking to myself, oh my gosh, am I gonna have to tear this entire thing down? And I did. At least half of it. I tore half of it down. And so I'm sorry if some of this from here on out is a little bit jumpy, but I was talking at the time, and so yeah, I'm like walking around in circles and walking back and forth, and so I tried to cut some of that out so this video wouldn't become like an hour long. I know some people don't mind hour videos, but I just, try to keep them as short as possible. I know all of your time is precious and valuable, and so yeah, I just don't want you to have to suffer through all of that. But I'm just trying out some different things here with the pillars and the flowers and the mush logs, and then we thought that a giant vine would look good back here by the bridge since I couldn't place a tree there. I think that was my issue, is I just had so many flowers and weeds and codes and not enough trees. So we put the giant vine there and another tree, and I think it looked a lot better. But when I was going to place the tree down, it was going to be directly in line with the other tree. So then I had to adjust that large hardwood tree, just because I don't like it when trees are lined up. If I do that on an island, it's completely unintentional, because I like for them to be staggered. I think they just look better when they're layered like that, you know what I mean? So I just moved the mush log to the other side of the tree, and I liked that a lot better. But when I placed the common butterfly down, it was kind of lost in the tree. And so I, Lumi anyway, decided that it would be a better idea to do the paper kite butterfly, because then, the wings are bigger and you can see the butterfly better. And so just adjusting the ruined, broken pillars and the items a little bit here and there, just so that I'm happy with it. And then I put the mush partition down, and I think it filled in so much nicer than what it was before. I like it a lot better. And you can see that I have changed to the dirt path, and I do like that a lot better as well. I might use that flowery path in another area, but for right now, I just think that the dirt path is less, busy and stuff. So now I'm just coming in with a few flowers and filling in around the butterfly pond. But yeah, let me know what you think about how the entrance is looking now that it's changed. Let me know if there's anything that you would change. I tried my best. This is definitely a different theme for me, but I absolutely loved the idea of doing a butterfly island, so I hope that I am doing it justice. I'm just trying my best. But I do want to add as many butterflies as I possibly can. And at first I was going to add some elements of fairy core into this island and this theme, but I'm not sure if it would take away from the butterfly, because I want it to scream butterfly core and not necessarily fairy core, you know what I mean? So I love that there's like butterflies flying around this. You can see my fence there with the mush partitions because Kiki, spoiler alert, Kiki is on the island now. I did take some time before I started decorating to just amiibo in the rest of the villagers, and I think the only one that I have left to amiibo in is Blair, and I was debating on whether to keep Tasha or whether to have Blair, and someone pointed out that Tasha does lean on the blue side a little bit, and so even though I really like Tasha and I think she's cute, I might trade her out for Blair just because she's closer to the color that Kiki and Roscoe are. And so now I'm just finishing up here this little island area on top of the butterfly, and I did connect the water there. I made a little bit more of a watery area, and I really liked how that looked on the map, and I'll show the map at the end so that you guys can see when we do the walkthrough. But now I'm just starting on the top of the cliffs here and filling it in, and adding some trees and bushes and flowers, and I was already feeling so much better and less defeated with how this entrance was coming out. I was really feeling that spiral at first, and so just shout out to Lumi Moon Plays. If you guys don't know my friend Lumi Moon Plays, definitely go and check her out because she is such a good friend and we help each other all the time when there is spiraling going on and one of us is struggling with a build or a video, our channels, just anything. You know, it's just nice to have those friends that you can talk to and go to and get ideas from, just bounce ideas off of each other. So yes, definitely go and check out Lumi Moon Plays if you haven't already. She is a lifesaver. And so I was trying not to get my flowers like too repetitive. Sometimes I'll place one down and it's directly next to one the same color or the same, you know, flower, and so I do like to switch those out when it's like that. And at first on this cliff, I think I was adding a bit too many wheat fields. Wheat fields are kind of my go-to item to fill space, but they can make the island laggy, so that I guess there is such a thing as too many. It's, oh gosh, pains me to say that because I love wheat fields so much. It's one of my favorite items. But before the weeds grow and they're a little bit taller, wheat fields are so nice just to fill in space. And some people just use a whole bunch of bushes. Right now I have the azalea bush, I think it is, and I have the orange tea olive, and I usually don't use bushes that are in bloom I like the green bushes. Occasionally I'll use bushes that are in bloom if they're the right color, but usually I just prefer the green ones. But I don't know, on this island I just thought that the orange tea olives would look nice because it is primarily a orange and black and cream color island. So you guys could let me know what you think, but I think I like the tea olives in bloom here. And so I'm in early October. I set the time to early October just because I thought that the orange really popped when the grass is a little bit greener. When I first envisioned doing this island, I was thinking more like late November, but I didn't want the trees to be too red. And I put that pillar back there and you couldn't even see it because the cedar tree is like fully grown. So I ended up pulling it back out again. And then I placed it again and it was directly in line with the other pillar that you can see right there. So I had to switch it out again. And so yeah, it is a lot of adjusting of items and stuff, but I'm just filling in this entire cliff with the trees and the bushes and the flowers and the pillars. I love the ruined items in this game so much. They're some of my favorite items to decorate with, and the first time that I used them, I just fell in love, and I use them a lot on my islands. They just give height, and they're a one tile item, and so when you can't put trees, directly next to each other, it helps give height, so much. And so I do adjust my wheat fields a little bit, just so that they don't take up too much space. I wish sometimes that you could move the wheat fields, like, grab onto them and move them a little bit, but no, you have to actually just place them and hope that they go where you want them to. And this is kind of where I'm looking around and thinking, well, maybe I'm using too many wheat fields. Maybe there's too many. I think I've used too many. So I ended up picking up a few and I put down a mush log instead, and you could not see the butterfly really because of the tree, so I just left the mush log without a butterfly. But I still like the mush log there, and I think this island's gonna have a lot of the mush items in the game. They're some of my favorite items, of course. And so I just finished up filling up this cliff here and the little spaces in the back, and then I have a couple spaces in front of the cliff to fill, and we will be finished. So I also had a few spaces on the right side to fill in, but I do really think that this version of the entrance looks better than it did before. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's the best entrance that I've ever done, but I would love to know your thoughts in the comments below of what you think, or if you have any suggestions that you would give me to make it better. But I just want to thank you guys so much for watching and sticking with me as I struggle through this entrance, and we will see the finished product in just a moment. But thank you so much for watching. And we are back, and I have my helper here.
Hello.
You ready to see it?
Yeah.
I struggled with this, but I think Teddy approves. This is my entrance.
Oh, it's so cute.
You like it?
It's so cute.
Do you see the shape here?
Yeah, it's a butterfly.
Yeah.
That was really well done. Good job.
Oh, thanks. Well, the pattern's online. It's just, I follow the pattern. But we have the diagonal bridge going over here. I think it has enough trees now and enough butterflies. Hopefully, you think it has enough butterflies?
There is a lot of butterflies, but there can never be too much butterflies.
Well, hopefully
I'm not saying add more, but there can still never be too much butterflies on an island.
Okay. Well, we're going to say bye before this gets any longer, but I'm glad you like it.
All right. Shall we say bye?
Yes.
All right. Bye. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Hope you had a great time.